first sign my brother betrayed me was the silence after I mentioned landing my biggest client of the year, because instead of congratulating me like he always had, he just stared at me across the bar with this strange expression that looked less like pride and more like calculation. We'd survived a violent childhood together, protected each other through eviction notices, drunken fights, and years of scraping by. So when I built my company from nothing, I never questioned letting him into my world. I gave him everything: pricing strategies, supplier contacts, marketing ideas, even private spreadsheets showing exactly how I scaled the business. He acted grateful every single time. Then one night, a mutual friend texted me a link with the message, "You know about this, right?" And my stomach dropped before the page even loaded. The website looked almost identical to mine, down to the layout, colors, and wording I personally wrote years earlier, except the owner's name at the bottom was my brother's. At first, I thought it had to be some misunderstanding until I started noticing familiar clients disappearing and two of my employees suddenly resigning within days of each other. One of them eventually admitted my brother had secretly approached them months earlier, offering higher pay while telling them my business was about to collapse. That's when I started digging and realized this wasn't some impulsive side hustle. It was a coordinated takeover planned for nearly a year. He'd been recording our conversations during family dinners, saving proposal templates I'd emailed him for feedback, and undercutting my contracts before I even knew clients were shopping around. The worst part wasn't the money. It was learning he'd apparently been telling investors I was emotionally unstable and difficult to work with, so they'd trust him over me. When I finally confronted him, he barely blinked. He leaned back in his chair like we were discussing sports scores and said, "It's just business, man. Don't make this emotional." Emotional. Like our entire childhood together was some irrelevant footnote to him. Since then, he's kept showing up at family events pretending nothing happened, texting me memes, asking if I'm coming to mom's birthday, acting like he didn't methodically dismantle the one thing I built with my own hands. But last week, an ex-employee quietly warned me that several of my former clients are already threatening legal action against his company over copied contracts and fraudulent promises. And for the first time since all this started, I realized karma might already be building a case stronger than I ever could.